Hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to another exciting episode of Channel X, the only show on Thursdays that starts the weekend early. I am your host, Tom Dog 247, and as always, I'm Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. Ooh, baby, alright. So, hold on. I gotta fix myself. So, we have a lot to talk. We have a pretty interesting show, and with the two topics that you saw in the description, there's actually a lot to talk about within the two topics. So we're gonna get right onto that and everything. And before we get things started, let's do the shout outs and everything that we always do. The shout outs, the plugs, everything that we always do. So big shout out to my buddy Josh, Absolute Talk with Josh Albert. You can check out his podcast on iTunes. You can download the Podbean app, or you can check it out on the website at absolutetalk.podbean.com. Definitely worth checking out because his shows are amazing. His podcasts are really, really amazing. He has a lot of fun doing it, and you'll have a lot of fun listening to it, as I do listening to it all the time, and I highly recommend it. It's a very good show. Definitely worth checking out. It's Absolute Talk with Josh Albert on the Podbean app. Download it today. Also, big shout out over to all my good friends over at Gaming Pros and Otherwise and Gamer Geeks on Facebook. How you guys doing? Big shout out to them. We always have a wonderful time on there, and you'll have a wonderful time as well. And definitely worth checking out because we really do have a great time. And tell them Tom Dog sent ya. And so yeah. So big shout outs to them. Big shout out to my good friend Jen. Why? Because it's just Jen. How you doing, Jen? Hope you're enjoying this wet and wild weather that we got going on outside. Raining like crazy. It's been raining like cats and dogs, believe it or not. And the weather has been kind of nice. We're going to talk. We'll talk a little bit about the winter storm that we had the other day. And of course, big shout out to my good friends David and Marissa. How you guys doing? Hope you're checking out the festivities that we always do each and every week for your enjoyment. And of course, the plugs, not the hair plugs, because we all know I don't need them. Loot Crate. If you have not yet subscribed to Loot Crate, you're missing out on some awesome stuff. You definitely want to worth checking out because they have a new theme coming out. They have a new theme. I did forget what it was. I think it's Transformation, but I could be wrong. Transformation. I think they did Transform 1 year, and then, but yeah, they have but they got some. There's going to be some really cool stuff in there. Of course, Transformers will be a part of that, of course. So that's going to be really fun, and I'm looking forward to the binge box. As soon as I get it, I will do that unboxing. Haven't got the notification yet on when it's coming in, so with the way the weather's been lately, it's going to be coming. So I'll keep everybody posted when I'm doing the unboxing. And of course, culturefly.com. If you have not yet subscribed to their items, I did check out their website finally, and they have some. Excuse me. They really do have some really cool stuff. You definitely want to worth. Excuse me. There we go. Definitely want to worth checking out. It's a lot of fun, and you'll have a lot of fun checking out all the wonderful items that they have, and really nice themed subscription boxes for you and for everybody else, and of course some other trinkets that if you don't want to get the boxes, you can buy some of their merchandise as well too. But it's all on their culturefly.com. Also, Funko.com. If you have not yet subscribed to their website, to their subscription boxes, you're missing out on some really cool stuff. Disney Treasures, Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty, DC Legion of Collectors, and Marvel Collector Core. There we go. See, I don't know why I'm forgetting that. It's so easy to remember. But yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. You'll definitely enjoy them. So go to Funko.com today. And of course, this episode is brought to you by the She Bean Brewing Company here in Connecticut. I was going to get the beer. However, due to some bad weather, I was unable to get that. So I'm going to check it out. I'm hopefully going to try to get it tomorrow. I'm hoping, keeping my fingers crossed, because I really want to show that off to you guys. But it's definitely worth it though. You can check out their website at shebeanbrewing.com, or you can follow them on the social media apps, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or you can download the Untapped app today. Definitely worth it. Don't want to miss out on that. So yeah. And of course, this episode is brought to you by the M&J Video Games and Collectibles. You can trade in your old video games and consoles, from retro video games, accessories, and systems. You can also trade in your DVD box sets and Blu-rays. You can also trade in your sports cards and novelty items, as well as wrestling collectibles and autographed items, spanning from sports, wrestling, and actors. If you happen to be in the Connecticut area and you want to check out the wonderful stores that they have in Connecticut and the list of events that they have going on, for directions and the list of events of what they're going to be doing, you can check out their website at mjvideogamesandcollectibles.com. So yeah, I kind of did that backwards, because usually I do the beer last, and then, but change it up a little bit. But one thing I'm not changing is my plug for the East Coast Comic Con in the Meadowlands Expo Center in Meadowlands, New Jersey, from May 17th through the 19th of May. So you don't want to miss out on that. And tax season's upon us, and get some really cool deals on there. And definitely don't want to miss out on that. They got some really cool stuff coming in. And for a list of events and ticket information, you can check out their website at eastcoastconusa.com. Also, Connecticon is happening in July. It was just announced that David Freeling, I hope I'm saying his name right. He's the guy that played Zordon in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, is going to be there. But kind of weird, because I actually thought that he died in real life. So I'm not sure, but I could be wrong. But yeah, nonetheless, he's going to be there. So I might want to go to that. I might go to that one. And and of course, Terrificon happening in August, like a month later. So that's actually pretty cool. Right around my right around my birthday. So it's actually gonna be pretty cool. There hasn't been any list of who's going to show up on that one, so it's going to be pretty interesting who they have lined up. But yeah, I believe Connecticon. I think it's Connecticon.com. I don't want to give out the website just yet, because I want to make sure that I'm giving out the right one. So same thing with Terrificon. So as soon as I get the little cards, those little cards, like I do with the with East Coast Comic Con. We'll definitely check it out. I mean, yeah, I can look on my phone right now, but I already have stuff saved up, um, already planned out for what I have. So, um, I would rather much have the cards. But anyways, I'll work on trying to get them. So yeah, we had a little bit of nasty weather. Oh, excuse me. And believe it or not, for those who don't know, they actually had a really cool name for it. It actually had a really cool name, and it's Winter Storm Yoshi. So, so yeah, they actually called it Yoshi. So that's actually kind of funny. That really is funny. So, um, I was actually thinking about posting a picture of Yoshi, on the background. I was actually thinking about that, but I was like, yeah, would have been too obvious. But I figured, why not just be a little cheesy this week and just throw in the Channel X logo. I tried to do the Brill Pro logo, but that one was kind of difficult. That was difficult. But as they say, it is what it is. But yeah. So let's get to the fun stuff first, because we got a lot of more serious stuff to talk about later. But I just want to get all this the fun stuff out of the way first. They have a couple of days ago they announced the complete list of the Oscar nominations for this year. And I believe it's going to be coming out in a few weeks. So, yeah, it's going to be on. Actually, it's going to be handed. It's going to be live on ABC from the Dolby Theater on Sunday, February 14th. And one of the most nominations goes to Roma, and Favorite are the top Academy Award contenders with 10 nominations each. So both of those movies have 10 nominations on their belts. So once that show comes on, I'm actually going to do a predictions episode. I never really did an Oscar predictions episode. So anything that happens between now and later, which I will be talking about, I'm actually going to say, because there's actually the director for got into a little bit of trouble, and but we're going to save that in time for the predictions. So as of right now, here's the complete list for Best Picture. We'll start with that one first. Roma, of course, that's on Netflix. The Favorite, Vice, Bohemian Rhapsody, odds-on favorite to win, but we'll get to the to predictions later. When the prediction show comes up, as I said. A Star is Born, and for the very first time, a comic book movie, it has been added to the Best Picture category, and that movie is Black Panther, one of the highest rated Marvel movies that has come out, alongside with Infinity War. So that's actually pretty cool. Also, Green Book and the Black Klansman is also in line for Best Picture. Um, Best Actress goes to Glenn Close for The Wife, Lady Gaga for A Star Is Born, Yalitza Aparicio, I think I said it right, for her role in Roma, Olivia Colman for The Favorite, and Melissa McCarthy for Can You Ever Forgive Me? So that's actually the first time that she's gotten an Oscar nod. So that's actually really cool. And that's for Best Actress. Best Actor is Christian Bale for Vice. Excuse me. Bradley Cooper for A Star Is Born. Viggo Mortensen for his role in The Green Book. William Dafoe at Eternity's Gate. And Rami Malek from Bohemian Rhapsody. I believe he's the one that plays Freddie Mercury. I believe. Best Supporting Actress, Amy Adams for Vice, Marina de Tavira for Roma, Regina King, If Beale Street Can Talk. She actually won. She just recently won a Golden Globe, so I'm actually hoping that she wins that. But again, we're not doing any predictions tonight. Emma Stone for The Favorite and Rachel Weisz for The Favorite. So there's two actresses for The Favorite that's getting nominated. So that's for the Favorite. Best Supporting Actor. Mahershala Ali for The Green Book. I apologize if I said that name wrong. Adam Driver for Black Klansman. Sam Elliott for A Star Is Born. Awesome. Richard E. Grant for Can You Ever Forgive Me? And Sam Rockwell for Vice. Best Director goes to Spike Lee for The Black Klansman. Powell Palikowski for Cold War. Again, I apologize for the name if I said it wrong. Yargos Lanthimos for The Favorite. Alfonso Cuarón for Roma. I apologize if I said the name wrong. And Etta McKay for The Vice. That's Best Director. Best Original Screenplay will be First Reformed, Green Book, Roma, The Favorite, and Vice. Best Adapted Screenplay, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, The Black Klansman, Can You Ever Forgive Me, If Beale Street Can Talk, and A Star Is Born. Best Cinematography, the nominees are Cold War, The Favorite, Never Look Away, Roma, and A Star Is Born. And Best Animated Film, the nominees are Incredibles 2, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Mirai, Ralph Breaks the Internet, that's really cool, and The Isle of Dogs. The nominees for Best Animated Short Film is Animal Behavior, Bayo, Late Afternoon, One Small Step, and Weekends. The nominees for Best Live Action Short Film is Detainment, Fauve, Marguerite, Mother, and Skin. Best Foreign Language Film, the nominees are Capernaum, Cold War, Never Look Away, Roma, and Shoplifters. The nominees for Best Documentary Feature, almost said Fever, Free Solo, Minding the Gap, Our Fathers and Sons, RBG, and Hail Country This Morning, This Evening. Best Documentary Short Subject, Black Sheep, Endgame, Lifeboat, A Night at the Garden, Period, End of Sentence. And that's it. Best Production Design goes to Black Panther, First Man, The Favorite, Mary Poppins Returns, and Roma. The nominees for Best Film Editing goes to Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, Green Book, The Favorite, and Vice. The nominees for Best Sound Editing: A Quiet Place, Black Panther, Bohemian Rhapsody, and First Man, and Roma. Nominees for Best Sound Mixing: Black Panther, Bohemian Rhapsody, First Man, Roma, and A Star Is Born. Best Original Score: the nominees are Black Panther, Black Klansman, If Beale Street Can Talk, Isle of Dogs, and Mary Poppins Returns. Best Original Song: the nominees are All the Stars from Black Panther, I'll Fight for RBG, Shallow from A Star Is Born, A Place Where Lost Things Go from Mary Poppins Returns, and When a Cowboy Trades His Spurs for Wings, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Best Costume Design: the nominees go to Ballad of Buster Scruggs, Black Panther, The Favorite, Mary Poppins Returns, and Mary Queen of Scots. Best Makeup and Hairstyling: nominees are for Border, Mary Queen of Scots, and Vice. The nominees for Best Visual Effects: Avengers Infinity War, Christopher Robin, First Man, Ready Player One, Solo: A Star Wars Story. And that's all. That's all for them. So that's actually pretty cool. So as I said, once the Oscars once we come close to the Oscars, we're going to do a predictions episode, and we're gonna do that, and so we're gonna have a lot of fun. Also, this weekend, speaking of predictions episodes, we're going to be doing a lot of them. This Saturday, we're going to be doing Wrestling Prime is going to be doing the Royal Rumble predictions episode, and we're going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of fun with that, so tune in for that one, and we'll let you know when. And I'll give out predictions of who's going to win and what and everything. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that. Also, I believe next Thursday, will be our Super Bowl predictions episode. Also, and I'm doing a special Tom Dog Plays. Normally when I do normally when I do the um normally when I do the when I do an NFL predictions episode, I do the I play a football game and everything, and I just let it go from there. Um, but I'm doing something. I think last year I was doing something a little bit different. Where I was doing Tom Dog plays and doing a special football episode there. I'm actually going to be doing the same thing. However, I'm not going to be doing. I'm going to be doing it on Twitch, and it's going to be pretty interesting. I'm gonna be hooking the NES Classic, the NES Mini Classic to Twitch, and we're gonna play. I'm gonna play some Tecmo Bowl, and hopefully I can live stream that. I'm hoping. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. So I might do a test. I might do a test run sometime prior before that, just to test the waters and make sure everything's just to make sure everything's working fine and everything. So keep everybody in tune for that. And we'll see how everything goes. But if not, then we'll work on something. So I promise. But it'll be Tom Dog Plays for that one. So if I don't have anything in line for that, I'll think of something else. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I'll forward all the links onto my Twitter to where you need to go. I gotta go back into playing live streaming on Mixer as well too, because of the fact that I only did one episode. I only did one live stream last year, and that was the Cuphead, and we actually had a lot of fun with that. But okay. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was really cool. Um, so yeah, so a lot of stuff coming up. So I believe next week will be our Super Bowl predictions episode. So, um, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I gotta check the Super Bowl date. So once that comes up, I will once I get the official date, I'll address everybody and everything, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. So okay, so now let's get on to the nitty gritty that we always do, that we always love to do, because this is very serious, and we're gonna be talking up a storm with this topic. Um, it was announced over the weekend that a well-known YouTube channel has been gone, and we just got the update from Kotaku that the entire Machinima YouTube channel has been set to private, so you won't be able to check out any of its content that they have on there. So here's the story that's going on, that's been released. This story is coming from Kotaku. With no public announcement or advance warning to many creators, the entire Machinima YouTube channel was effectively wiped from the internet recently. All videos on the channel are now private, making them unable to view. The news quickly spread across social media, with fans and creators sharing their stories and information about the shutdown using the hashtag RIP Machinima. And it was actually sad. Really, it was actually shocking, also, and it was very, very shocking to hear this information over the weekend, and I was literally devastated. And I was like, when I first heard about that, I was like, holy shit, what the hell happened? Um, it was like the Spanish Inquisition. Nobody expected it. Um, Machinima's been around for a real long time. Um, back during the early days of YouTube, and during the early days of YouTube, and everybody loved watching the content, whether it was Arby and the Chief, Best Friends Play, um, Inside, um, Inside Gaming, um, Steven Larson with the top 10. It was pretty crazy, you know. A lot of good shows came out from all this, and it's really sad to see all that go. And even Sonic for Hire, as I said, I think, and a lot of great content was on there, and it's sad to see something like that go. It really is sad to see something like that go. Um, many creators seem not to have been aware that their videos would be set to private. Otter Media really just went and deleted Machinima, Happy Hour, Respawn, Realm, Prime, Inside Gaming, etc. Everything. And that was coming from Jeremy Jeremy Azevedo, a former creator and employee of a Machinima, tweeted after learning about the news. Other former creators, other former creators were shocked to find that years of videos now gone. Kale Anonymous, a former creator at Machinima, tweeted, "Sad to see the catalog go, as many already said Machinima was a special face filled with amazing people." Sad. That was said former creator Matt Danovic. Back in December 2018, AT&T moved Machinima under their Otter Media brand in a restructuring that saw layoffs across Otter Media. Otter Media is made up of other companies, including streaming services like VRV and Crunchyroll. In early January, shortly after the restructuring, longtime Machinima creators like Maximilian Dodd were let go. Other creators were let go or sent letters informing them that they were being moved to full screen. Another media company founded in 2011, which is also owned and operated by Otter Media. For many fans, the news feels like the end of an era. One of the old YouTube giants now gone. And what will happen to the Machinima channel and all of its videos is unknown at this time. The channel currently has 12.3 million subscribers. And Kotaku has reached out to Machinima for comment. In which and here's the update. Otter Media sent Kotaku a statement about the future of Machinima. "We are focused on creating new content with the Machinima team, which will now be distributed on new channels to be announced in the coming months. In the meantime, the Machinima network of creator channels continues to showcase the talents of the network. As part of its focus on new content, we have pivoted from distributing content on a handful of legacy operated channels." So that is oh um that is pretty much all for that. Um it's sad, really. It really is sad to see something like that, that something like Machinima to just go. And that right there. I mean, it really is sad. We, there's always been a really great fun environment to see the channel, to see that channel on there and everything. And it was such a great, channel and everything. And it's so sad to see that place go. Um, and you know, I can't really say, because you know, as a fan, I'm just sad. But me being a YouTuber myself, is also, it's also very sad. However, I'm not in the position where they were. You know, I don't have anybody. I'm not working for anybody. The Brill Pro. This, that's coming from me. That's my baby. You know, and I mean, I would love to be, working you know, for a streaming um network. You know, I don't know why, but I'm so dry there, and it's just sad that it really is sad that a lot of that stuff like that hasn't, it's really sad. It's tough for me to explain, because I'm still shocked about about this change and everything. And I love doing, I love doing shows on YouTube. And my background speaks for itself. I used to do cable access, and I know everybody gets tired of me saying it, but it's the truth. You know, and I've had sponsors, and of course I have sponsors now. Um, I have two sponsors here that that I shout out every, each and every week, and that sort of thing. And to see that go, and to see a YouTube channel that I've enjoyed watching over the years and everything, um, opens up my eyes. If I want to venture out and to bring my product, onto a streaming, another streaming platform where where they do stuff like this. Um, but the thing is, if I do decide to venture down that road, I would have to really, really learn my research, get the research, you know, check out their background, see if they're trustworthy enough to to pay me to what I did. Because when I go on there, I'm going to be like listen, this is what I do. This is what I do. I still want to, I want complete control of my YouTube channel. I don't want to change it to anything else. I want it to be, still be Brill Pro. Um, you can supply me, you can supply me the everything, anything that you can and everything. Um, so that this way I can get paid, to get paid, um, what I owe. Um, so that also my content can be copyrighted in case somebody, decides to copyright this. But this is this is all me, and this is something that I want. This is something that I want to do. I want to, you know, I've been on YouTube for about 5 or 6 years here. 5 or 6 years now, and I enjoy it. I really do. I enjoy this, and I put a lot of I've put a lot of effort. When I turn on the camera and when I turn on the microphone, it's my hobby. Whether I'm doing a live stream, whether I'm doing this show, when I'm doing this show, or I'm doing a rant, or I'm doing an unboxing, it's something that I love. It's something that I enjoy. For this goes out to all the other content creators out there that that doesn't the even the smaller YouTubers that that don't have um a multi-platform, that are not aligned with multi-platform. It's something that I wanted, that it's something I've been wanting to do, to work with a lot of with a lot to collab and to work with, and so that their channel can grow, and so that my channel can grow, get get a lot of fan base. And I've been involved in broadcasting since 1996. That's 25 years of that's 23 years of that's 23 years of really of being in front of the camera. 75% of that have been with cable access. And I had a time of my life. Whenever I go down to my old stomping grounds, I'm always welcome with open arms, and I never forget where I came from, and the fact that I want to venture out and to expand my horizons, and to make something out of my channel, with my production, which is Brill Pro. I want to expand. I want to, be one of the boys and everything, like, as they say, and make something make something out of this, and at the same time have fun. I don't want one of the things that I've always hate being told to do, and that's to give it up. And that's one thing I hate doing. I hate giving up something that I enjoy a lot. And for 23 years, I have never given up. I may have taken breaks every now and then, but I never given up. Never. I never said, that's it. I'm throwing in the towel. I'm giving up. I'm going to do something else. Because because that's how much passion I have, especially with this channel here. passion that I have doing it. When somebody says, "Oh, you need to give this up," I'm not giving this up. Just be, I'm not giving up something that I've done for 23 years for something else. Being in front of the camera for 23 years, and 3 years prior being behind the camera, learning the ropes of editing and camera operating and everything. I got the education. But, without an actual education um where I'm actually doing, where I'm, going to school and everything. And then after graduation, I venture out there and making a living out of it. It could have happened, but I'm going to tell you guys a story. Which there was a broadcasting school here in Connecticut called the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, and I believe it was I want to say 15 years ago. 15 15 or 17 years ago. I went down there because I was highly interested into learning. This was back when I was able to when I was able to drive. So it'll be like about 15 or 16 years ago. And so I went down there, and the interview was great, and I was highly interested in everything. But the guy that was in charge of the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, he seemed kind of shady because he was asking for a lot of money up front than what he what was originally wanted for, because the whole thing was for $10,000 and he was asking for $5,000 up front. Nobody has that money. Nobody has that money. And I said, I'll give me some time to sleep on it, and I'll get back to you and everything like that. I said, sure, no problem. No sooner I did that, a couple days later, I'm watching the news. That guy was arrested for embezzlement. And I was so lucky that I didn't take that deal. That I didn't take that offer. And for lucky that I didn't have $5,000 with me. Because I would have been screwed big time. Or I probably would have gotten my money back and everything like that. But then all of a sudden the school closed down. So I continued. I continued to do my shows on cable access, and everything. And I grew. I started getting sponsors, and everything. I had there was one nightclub that would watch my show on a Thursday, and patrons would watch it and everything. They would have a good time, and everybody would, even people that were working on the bar, they would have it on the big screen. And I learned this, and I figured that out for myself. And I said, I took the day off, and I threw in I threw in a taped episode, that I taped during the week to air on Thursday, because it was such a nice day. And I said, you know what, I'm just going to throw in this tape and everything, and just go down to Illusions and see what's going on. So I go down to Illusions, and sure enough, they were actually playing it. excuse me, they were actually playing it on the big screen, and and everybody was having a good time. It's like, holy shit, that's Tom Dog. And I was like, oh my god, you're here. It's like, I thought you were doing this here. It's like, oh no, I took the day off. That's a tape show. It's like, oh wow, that's awesome. So we were having a good time. We were having a good time, and this Illusions was a country nightclub, so it was actually a lot of fun. They did country line dancing and everything like that, kind of like the Cadillac Ranch that some people are familiar with. And it was a lot of fun. I also had a sponsorship with an adult store, um, where they sold videos and adult toys and adult films, of course, and lingerie and everything like that. A lot of risque stuff. And we actually did not one but two fashion shows, um, with modeling of the lingerie and everything like that. And it was one of our best shows that we've ever done. One of our best shows. And I got involved too, wearing modeling some boxer shorts on there, and we actually had a lot of fun. Especially when there almost was a wardrobe malfunction, which involved me pitching a tent in the boxers that I was modeling. So it was funny, but we had a lot of fun with that. And and I love the fact that I have sponsor that I still have sponsors here with with M&J Video Games and Collectibles and She Bean Brewing Company. We have I have a lot of fun, and I let them know. I said, hey, this is what I'm doing and everything, and check you guys out. And that's the beauty of it, and that's something I still want to continue having. Continue having the sponsorships and continue having the even if I do have a loyal multi-channel service, um I would love to get paid for what I'm doing right here right now. I would love to. And YouTube, I do like YouTube, but I have to criticize on a lot of things. And one thing that a lot of people were noticing last week was that not once have I sworn throughout the episode. I was testing the waters, and not only that, accepting the challenge that Rich from Review Tech USA, once again, shout out to him. How you doing? I'm glad to see that you're feeling better, by the way. I heard that you weren't doing too well, but I'm glad you're feeling better. And so that's when I decided to incorporate that I said fiddlesticks in one of my bits that I did with my voice as Donald Trump, voicing Donald Trump unboxing a Happy Meal and referring French fries as fiddlesticks. I mean, that was one of the most funniest bits I've ever done, and I actually had a great time with it. And I want to continue doing more stuff with that, especially if I decide to do some podcasting, which I can expose more of my talent, more of my voice talent later on. I would love to do something like that because I think it will be really hilarious. Same thing with the riffing. I want to get back into doing some riffs and everything. I want to be able to do that because it's a lot of fun, and it's something I would love to do. But again, I want to have I just want to have fun with it. Excuse me. I want to be able to have fun with it because you gotta love what you do, and and doing this right here right now is something that I never want to give up. And if I went, if somebody, if I'm willing to go to it, an MC, get involved with MCS and everything like that, I want to be able to to, you know, say this is what I, let them know of how passionate I am with, how committed I am to my channel. And I don't want nothing to change. I don't want I mean, I really hate when everybody tells me that you need to give it up, because I don't want to. You know, this is the one drug that I don't mind having an addiction of having, because this right here, this environment right here, this is an addiction, and it's something that I love. I really love. There's people that out there that have, that are addicted to drugs, sex, alcohol, and gambling. Those are things I don't want to do. But when it comes to live streaming and digital media and everything like that, you know, broadcasting is the one drug that everybody should be doing. This is the one, maybe because when that camera is on you, it gives you such a rush. It gives you such an adrenaline rush, and it makes you who you are. Whether it's serious, whether it's funny, doesn't matter. It does not matter, because because the bottom line is that no matter how you're doing this, you're always going to have fun. Even if people don't like what you do, if if they give you a thumbs down or they say hurtful things and everything like that, you don't have to worry about the negativity that comes in, because bottom line, you're having fun. Bottom line, I'm having fun. Regardless of what I do, I enjoy it. I enjoy having fun, entertaining everybody that's watching this show. Because it like I said, it's a drug that gives you such an adrenaline rush, and it makes you who you want to be. And when everybody says, "Oh, you should stop doing this," or stop doing that, don't listen to them. Don't listen to that. Oh, you should give up the broadcasting, doing streaming on YouTube. It's like, not happening. That's not coming from me. I'm not going to let anybody say that, because after 23 years of doing this, why would I want to go back? Why? Why would I want to give up something I've been doing for over 2 decades? Not happening, folks. It'll be over when I say it's going to be over, not when anybody else says it's over. It's like, if I'm in a position where, okay, let's say, for example, I have a kid. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take some. I'm going to say to everybody, listen, I just had a. I'm going to be a father soon. I'm going to be taking some time off to be a father and everything. And everybody will, of course, everybody will understand. This doesn't mean I'm giving it up. I'm just going to be taking a break, and then come back when the child's a little bit older. So, when the child's a little bit older, being able to go to school and everything like that, because I want to enjoy my life as being a father. There are some things, it's like, hey, if I'm, if I'm in an old folks, if decades later, I'm in an old folks home, I'm doing Channel X in a colostomy bag. I don't give a shit. And it's like, and there's some nurse comes by and said, "Oh, my nurse is here. I gotta go take me a sponge bath. I gotta get going," and her cleavage is hanging out and everything. It's like, we're gonna have fun with it. I'm going to have fun with it. I don't care. I really don't care. I really don't care, because this is something that I love. I love to do stuff like this, and it's like, even if nobody finds me that entertaining, and they look at me as some as like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the proper analogy. Like, I don't know the proper term to compare me by. I mean, I think you can refer to me as the Charles Gordon of YouTube, because I'm like, you know, you know. I'm just saying. But it's something that I enjoy. Oh, I laugh. I like to make people laugh. And I can make people cry. With my, when I talk about my depression and everything like that, which still continues to this day. And now coming soon, I don't know whether or not I'm going to have diabetes. So I don't know. And it's like, it's one of those things that I have to be aware of. I have to be, prepared to do that. And it's like, hey, when that last, if I'm on my deathbed, I'm gonna still continue doing the show up until until I flatline. I don't give a shit. I really don't. And YouTube is not going to tell me that I can't swear or anything like that, because this is what I do. And this is what I don't get with the advertisers. I know there's a lot of advertisers out there that look at stuff, but you want to know something? There's nothing wrong with expressing yourself through through language, unless you're, I mean, of course, if you're going to say something racist or sexist, then obviously, or anti-Semitic, obviously that's not PC. Obviously, that's, then you have that right to do that. But if anybody wants to say shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, or tits, we have that right to say it. Okay, you can't say, it's like, oh, we don't want that. Then you find some. Then you advertisers out, you advertisers out there that are probably watching this show, do yourself a favor. Find something that relates to the mature audience. Because this is mostly primarily a mature rated contented show. Aside from the only thing that's not mature rated, of course, is the unboxing, because that's for everybody. That's the one thing I vowed to never have any bad language on, because I want to share this with everybody. Little kids say, "Hi, I'm Billy. I'm doing an unboxing." That sort of thing. It's like, I want to unbox something for you today from Loot Crate. That sort of thing. It's like, I don't mind that. It's like, if I was able to achieve one thing, I hope that my unboxing does it. I hope that it does say that. I was like, oh, I saw this guy Tom. It's like, oh, Billy, how'd you get involved in unboxing? I saw this guy Tom Dog. He does unboxings every month, and they're really awesome. He has some really awesome stuff, and they're really cool. And I like doing unboxings, and it makes me want to have fun too. I was like, well, what about all the other stuff? Oh, that's for adults. I mean, and then they look at me and say, well, why? It's like, Tom, it's like, why you have one thing catered to everybody, but then the rest of your stuff is catered to adults. Because I want to. Because it's something that I want to enjoy with doing. I'm like, this is what I want. It's Brilliant Productions. There's many shows on this channel that I have. It's not just one thing that I have, and then have to put up another channel. No, I'm not doing that. And hey, when if I have a child and he wants to get involved, and I'm going to get him or her involved in broadcasting too, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to we'll set him or her up with a channel, and they can have a kid friendly outtake, and then when they're old enough to cuss like a sailor and drink beer and get wasted and everything like that, I'm gonna do that with them too. So you advertisers out there, you find, it's like, if you want to advertise, if you want to have some advertisement on someone's channel, have it relate to that channel. Have something relate to that channel. instead of just saying, oh, we have this, but we can't put that on there because of your mouth, because of your bad language. Well, guess what, Bucko? Find something that that would be worthy enough to be advertised on my channel. I'm just saying, it's like it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense if it's done that way. I mean, if I put on, I'll give you a perfect example. My rant videos. You want the perfect advertisement? You want the perfect ad to go in relation to my Tom Dog Rants videos? Throw in some political campaign videos. There you go. Or throw in a movie that's not intended for children. Or if I'm doing an unboxing, obviously family related content, you could throw in a family friendly video game that's coming out. Hell, if this upcoming, when I get an unboxing done for the month of January, why not throw in an advertisement for Kingdom Hearts 3? There you go. See, the possibilities there are endless. Channel X, another perfect scenario. Have it cater to everybody except for children, because Channel X is a mature rated episode, a mature rated show. It's always going to be a mature rated show. So throw in something that's going to be going on Netflix, that's going on Netflix that young kids can't see. Throw in the Academy Awards. Throw in the Super Bowl. I don't give a shit. Throw in a movie that's not intended for children. Throw in a video game that's not. I mean, come on. They're still throwing advertisements for Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm sure there's another mature rated game out there that's worthy enough to say, hey, Channel X is going to be doing. You're watching Channel X. Hey, we're gonna throw in an advertisement for a mature rated game. What if I was endorsed by a video game? What if Rockstar came up to me right now and say, hey, we want to endorse, we want to advertise on your channel. I'm all for it. I'm definitely for it. It's like, here's the list of shows you can choose from. The top of the list is going to be Channel X. Top of the list. Channel X has been Channel X since 2001, and I ain't changing that name for anything. See, and I just burped. I just throw in some toilet humor. By burping. What a great way to advertise beer. See? I'm helping you guys out. You see? If you have an advertisement to cater to everybody, there shouldn't be a big deal whether or not if you're swearing. Because there's a lot of other channels out there that cuss like sailors and they get the ad revenue. Just saying. Just saying. I'm just saying. Just saying. I'm just saying, Susie. So I'm gonna, I'm Miracle Whip. I'm not changing nothing. I ain't changing a damn thing. Man, I haven't said that in a long time. I actually said that because everybody wanted me to change. There was one guy that questioned me, and which made me say that. And this was during the time of the Miracle Whip. Had that slogan. We're not changing anything. That was a real thing. And I questioned it and everything, and I said, "I'm Miracle Whip. I ain't changing a damn thing." I'm just saying. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's good to swear. To let your frustration out. It's like that goddamn motherfucker. See how good that is. See how good that sounds. Saying that gosh darn jerk makes me so mad. Stubbed my toe and I said fiddlesticks. I don't care, man. It's like, but I'm dead serious. And it's like I'm not changing anything for anybody. And I'm not giving this up either. No way. It's like I love doing what I do. It's like, I've been in front of the camera for 23 years. I'm not dare giving that up. If I had it my way, I would do a live stream in heaven. Just saying. It's like, oh, you're going to heaven? Okay, so if I'm going to hell, I'll do one in hell too. That's probably what everybody's going to be doing. It's like,
oh, you're in hell. I'm Satan. All right, so now you're gonna, for eternity, you're gonna watch Tom Dog for all eternity.
wouldn't mind running purgatory. Shit, when I'm gonna do this for a long time. I don't give a shit. And then when I have a family of my own, I'm going to pass it on to them. That's what I'm doing. Because I want channel, I want this to be an heirloom. I want this passed on to generation to generation. It's like I don't want to see nothing like this go. Have it, do it the way you want to, but don't ever give it up. And that goes for all you newcomers out there. Don't give up what you feel passionate of doing. Don't ever, and I think I said this during the graduation speech. Don't ever let anybody say you can't do it. Because deep down inside, you can. That was actually said by my, one of my teachers back in high school. Upon graduation, he gave me that word of wisdom. And not too long ago, a couple years ago, he passed away. And stuff like that I don't forget. I never forget. And Coach Chesky was that teacher that I've had in high school during the drug awareness classes, and he was the best, And he said that to me, and he gave me, knew him well, and you know gave me some advice, and that's what he said. Don't ever let anybody say you can't do it, because deep down inside you can. That's what he told me. Another brilliant mind said something similar, and it was WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy Superfly Snuka, who not too long ago passed away. And he, I did the interview with him on Wrestling Prime, and he looked at the camera, pointed to me, looked at the camera, and said, "You see this man right here? Pay attention to him. Listen to him. Great things will happen to him in the future." He said that to me on camera, and I follow that with me everywhere I go. So why would I want to give that up? Knowing that two people in my life said the words that I needed to hear to carry on to listen to what they said and carry that on with me. Because I never wanted to give that up. I never want to give this up. And when everybody says that I should, I don't listen. I don't. Because I am very passionate. I am very passionate of what I do. Even though it may not be entertaining for everybody, but somebody out there is being entertained and say, you know what, this guy is actually not that bad. I don't have a problem. I love when somebody comes up to me and says, hey, you got a pretty good show out there. You know what? To this day, no matter where, wherever I go in town, everybody remembers me from cable access. Not too long ago, a friend of mine, myself and a friend of mine, we went shopping for, clothes shopping for a party, and a fan came up to me and was like, it was like a fan, like one of those fan, like a diehard fan, and was just like over, he was so excited that one of his favorites was there, and he was like, he felt like a kid at like a kid opening up a Nintendo Entertainment System on Christmas, opening up a opening up a present and finding a gaming console that he wanted for Christmas. That's how he felt. Especially when you go into, like, especially if you go to like a comic book convention and you go and meet your favorite celebrity, and you're just in awe. You're like in awe. A buddy of mine was so excited last year to see, to get a picture taken with Henry Winkler. I shook the guy's hand. And I shook the guy. I even shook hands with Sam Jones. It was so awesome. And a buddy of mine was was so excited to meet one of his idols, and it was such a. It was like hey, get your get your buddy Tom in here, take a picture with us. And it's like this is the moment that he wants. This is the moment that I don't want to ruin. Because if I was in the picture with them, it's like that moment was not there. It's like that was a moment that I did not want to ruin for him. I didn't, because this was such an amazing moment. It and I love this. This is why I love doing what I'm doing, because if it doesn't appeal to you, if it doesn't appeal to you, then damn it, it's going to appeal to somebody out there. And if I just happen to be in the same area and said, holy shit, is that Tom Dog? What's he doing over here? I thought he was in Connecticut. What's he doing in Chicago? Or what's he doing in Florida? What's he doing in California? This is awesome. I would love to be remembered. I would also I would love to be remembered to saying, hey, I made somebody's day. That I was able to entertain. Whether it's talking like, making fun of Donald Trump and, talking like him and saying, hey, Mikey, write this down. Get it right, Tom Dog. You just didn't put a lot of effort into sounding like me. What the hell's the matter with you? Viva El Toro Loco. I had to throw it in there because I was getting too emotional. And that's the problem with me. I'm too emotional. I'm such an emotional guy. But you know what? Sometimes it helps. And that's what that's what I love to do. It's like I'm able to come on here and we're having such a good time. And even sharing moments with the telephone, especially with the telephone terrorists and everything like that. Yeah, they got they were getting a little bit, but they still have, as long as we're still having a good time at the end, that's fine. As long as they were still entertained, that's fine. But this is what I love. This is what I love doing. I love doing this, and it's like, especially if I'm given words of wisdom. If I'm getting words of wisdom, I want to be able to, I want to be able to carry on what I've learned, and to share my passion with others. I want to be, something that I enjoy doing. Because this is, as I said, this right here, this is a drug to me, and it's one drug I don't want to give up. It's like, everybody can drink, everybody can do drugs, everybody can gamble, regardless of the addiction, it is treatable. But this is the one drug that everybody should be doing, because this right here, this is what it's all about. As I said before, and I love doing this, and I love each and everybody who allows me into their home, whether they're watching on television, whether they're watching through their digital devices, whether they're on their phone watching this or on their computer watching this. As long as you're watching, thank you for the bottom of my heart for allowing me to entertain you during this time. That you're willing to spend watching me. And I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. With that being said, that's all the time I have for today. Once again, thank you for allowing me into your home. Follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. If you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check it out as soon as I turn off the camera. Thumbs up the video if you like it. Comment down below on how you feel about this whole Machinima thing. Ringy dingy that bell so you can stay notified. And more importantly, if you haven't yet, it would mean so much to me if you do. And I will love you guys forever if you do. And that's face hug that subscribe button. We will see you next week with the Super Bowl special. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace, and love. Love you all.